Hey y'all, this is Rhonda from Rhonda's Country Kitchen, and today I'm going to be making a recipe that our family has enjoyed, but we have always enjoyed it most of the time at a barbecue restaurant. Now my sister Lynn, she worked tirelessly trying to recreate this recipe, which is hash, barbecue hash made from barbecue pork butt. And in our little hometown where I'm from in Walterboro, you will know exactly which barbecue joint I am talking about. I won't name any names, but we try to eat there every time we go home. So I'm going to try to recreate this little recipe for you. Like I said, my sister Lynn is the one that has come up with this, and we think it is really close to what they're doing. Now I've already got me some butter. Woo, it's already getting hot in my big old pot. You know it's about to go down. I'm gonna just go ahead. I've got some onion and some little tiny diced tomatoes, thanks to my little new doodad, my little kitchen doodad, my little chopper. Y'all, it is wonderful. Makes these little diced potatoes. I'm gonna go ahead and put this in there and start cooking those down right along with these potatoes. Now I got a big old honking Vidalia onion that I have cut, and I diced about 3 potatoes. So this is gonna make a really good sized pot too, even though it's just us. But this recipe, it freezes well. And my mama, she'd go buy some quarts from this little place, and sometimes when we come down there, she gives us a nice little treat. She'll have us some, she'll pull it right out the freezer, and it is good, just like it was just made. So I'm going to season this up a little bit, these onions and potatoes. Not going to do a whole lot of salt because we'll taste that at the end. Now black pepper, we know we need a lot of. We go ahead and sprinkle that in generously. We'll give that another little stir. All right. Now, once you get these cooked down just a little bit, you're going to add some water and just let them simmer for just a little bit. But while those are cooking, I cooked me a big old pork roast in the crock pot, and it is delicious. We've already had some barbecue sandwiches from it, but I still have all of this left, and that was my plan, was to make this recipe because we do love this. Now I'm not going to use all of this because I can just use some, I can just serve some pulled pork on the side. Let me give this a stir. We don't want this sticking. I'm going to go ahead and just cover this with some water. There you go. She's not so angry now. I got this pot really hot and raring to go. All right. We're going to just let that simmer. And while that is simmering, I'm just going to take this pork and put it in my little food processor, because you do want it to be ground up a little bit. You don't want it to be mushy, but you do want it to be ground up. So let's put this in there. Just do it like this, so I don't make a mess all over the counter. All right. Just put all that goodness in there. And I am going to leave, like I said, a little bit to maybe put us some barbecue sauce on. Now this recipe calls for that restaurant's barbecue sauce in this hash, but you can, I'm going to tell you how I made it, which is very similar to their sauce, or you can just use mustard base barbecue sauce. But we're going to put this in here and give it a little whirl. And I think that's gonna be enough. Like I said, you don't want it, well, I'll do it 2 more times. You don't want it just mushy. You still want a little texture to it. This is how that looks. And I'm just gonna let this cook down a little bit. Let those potatoes start to get really tender, because I'm also going to mash those up a little bit. I've got a little potato masher. You can do it with an immersion blender, however you want to do it. But you want this hash to be a pretty smooth consistency, meaty goodness, but not big hunks and chunks in it. You don't want that. Now, we eat this over rice, and if you're from South Carolina and you stop into any barbecue joint, you're going to expect some hash and rice. Now, my husband grew up here near Greenville, and of course, I'm from Walterboro, the Low Country, and our idea of barbecue is really different. And you wouldn't think that just in the same state, but it really is. Their hash around here, I have not found any that compares, if I'm being honest. Theirs is more like a Brunswick stew, or just meat and water, it seems, just a brown mush on top of rice. And this one does have some ketchup. Good Lord knows, I love me some ketchup in anything. It makes just about anything better. My grandbabies do too. They dip everything in ketchup. But this one is a ketchup base. So don't knock it till you try it though. If you don't like ketchup, you're not just going to be eating ketchup. But it's going to be good, and I hope that you try. It's really just simple ingredients. Once again, you know how I like that, because it's just onion and potato, like we're cooking, the pork roast, and that took the longest. I actually cooked that in the crock pot yesterday, and just let her slow cook. Betsy cooked it all day long. Betsy's my crock pot, in case anybody's wondering who Betsy is. But good old Betsy did all the work for me yesterday, and so I'm just gonna let this cook down. I don't need to bore y'all with stirring this and looking over it and all that good stuff, but I'm gonna let it cook down, and then I'll get to mashing it up, adding my pork and my sauces, which is just ketchup, a little vinegar, a little apple cider vinegar, and the barbecue sauce. Now, the barbecue sauce, like I said, it is a mustard. It does have mustard in it. It is a mustard-based barbecue sauce, but it really brings it out. So I'll be right back when my potatoes and onions are ready, and we can start mashing those suckers up, getting it blended all together, getting it real happy. All right, y'all, I have got the potatoes and onions cooking down, and I have started to just mash them with my little potato masher here. It looks really just like brown mush, and that's what you want. That's what we want right now. So I'm just going to mash these down a little bit before I put that pork in there, because we do want a smooth consistency. Don't want it all lumpy. I'm gonna add just a little bit more water. Here we go. Just continue to mash it. And like I said, an immersion blender would work just perfectly. I try to just use my little kitchen stuff that most everybody has. Now, if you don't have one of these, you can even put it in a blender or whatever. You can get your hand mixer for that matter, or you'll figure it out. I have faith in you. But I'm just mashing this around, getting this ready for that pork. I'm gonna go ahead and dump this pork in because it's all mashed up and ready. I'm gonna turn this eye down a little bit too. There we go. Now it is really looking just like a mushy brown mess. And that's what you want. That's what we're going for right now. Got my stove on, jacked up. All right. I'll try to zoom in so y'all can see this. All right, I'm gonna add just a little bit more water here. Then I'm gonna start putting my ketchup and my sauce in. Now we're gonna start with a cup of ketchup. I got some good old Heinz. Like I said, I love ketchup, and Heinz is my favorite. Not that you can't use anything that you have on hand or anything that you want, but this is what I'm using today. I'm gonna start with 1 cup. And the ketchup is really for the, it gives it a little sweetness and color. And even people that don't like ketchup really likes this. I'm gonna add in, about a 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar right now. We may revisit that and add some more in there. It does have a little vinegar zing to it. We'll add some more ketchup. Lord, she's popping all over me. I'm just gonna throw it in there so it'll quit popping. All right, there we go. We'll turn this eye down. Lord, it's getting me. Getting everything. It's starting to look right though. Just gonna stir, stir, stir. We'll go ahead and add about a cup of this mustard-based barbecue sauce that I was telling y'all about. Oh, it's starting to look good now. Just go give it a stir and let it kind of simmer. Lord, it was touch and go there for a minute. It's popping all over the place. Just gonna turn it down real low. Now I'm gonna taste this, and I already know I need more ketchup because this is not a red sauce like we eat in that restaurant that I was telling y'all, the restaurant. So now I've already added about 2 cups of ketchup, and I'm gonna go in there with maybe about a 1/2 cup more. There you go. Just give it a quick stir, and I'm gonna add some more black pepper. Gotta have that. Want that little bite in there too. And the restaurant does put a lot of black pepper in theirs as well. All right, I'm just gonna put a little lid on it and let it simmer for a little bit, and then I'll taste it and see where we're at, see if I need to add more apple cider vinegar, or if it's too sour, you wanna add a little more ketchup. All right, she is angry. Let's see where we're at here. It is really good. Very good. Got that little sweet tang to it. I honestly don't think I'm gonna add anything else to it. I'm gonna just let it simmer there for a little while. And I've already got my pot of rice on, it's cooking over there. And got my pork and we've done ate on this pork roast. We had barbecue sandwiches last night. We done made some hash with it, and I still have a big old pan of it. So one pork roast really goes a long way if you're looking to stretch a meal. And I'll probably share some of that, or I can put it up for some sandwiches or some lunch this week, something. It won't go to waste, I promise you that. So I'm just gonna let this simmer, and honestly, I'll probably just come back and let Russ taste it and tell us what he thinks about it. Alrighty, y'all, I am done. I have let this little hash simmer, and it's just been sassy. It popped so high up in the air, it hit me in the head. So I would really suggest cooking her on real slow. I had to just turn it down and just let it go. But it's ready. It looks delicious. And I may have got mine just a touch too sweet, so you can that is a preference for you. You can back off on the ketchup just a little bit, and but it is really delicious. And I've got Russ on standby. He's ready to go with his little plate. So I've got some pulled pork and some rice and hash. Come on, Russell, come on in. Now he knows all about this hash.
Hey, y'all.
Hey. He knows all about this hash, and he knows every time I go back home, this is what I want.
Yep.
So, and he does agree that our hash in the Low Country
Very much better.
is so much better. Yes,
Our
it is.
hash up here in the upstate, it's more like a stew. It's more shredded meat, almost like a Brunswick stew.
Yes,
type deal.
that's exactly what I said. It ain't good, y'all.
Yeah, it's not tomato. It doesn't have the ketchup and tomato base.
No, it's just like a meat.
This pairs great with rice.
Yes.
Very good with rice.
Yes, and you want it to just sit on top of that rice. You want it to be thick and good, not seep through the rice like a gravy. That's what it's looking like.
Looks pretty good to me. I might have to check it out. Well, it's very good. Yummy.
Does it taste like
It tastes very similar to the restaurant in Low Country. I don't know if she's.
I have not said the name.
Yeah, we won't give names out.
I have not said.
Trouble with names, but
all of y'all in Walterboro, y'all know exactly who I'm talking about.
Yeah, there's several in the Low Country.
Yeah.
Barbecue places.
Yes.
It's very similar. Tastes almost identical to theirs. It's very good.
So when they're not open through the week, y'all can just make your own, and it's just as good at home. It really is.
Sweet, and it's got that tartness.
Yep.
Very good.
Got that little apple cider vinegar.
This is a Low Country, very, very good dish. Which really all of the ones that originate in Low Country that I've tried have been good, but
he's tasting stuff that he's never had up here,
that's
y'all.
true, like tomato pies and stuff like that. You know, we just, in the upstate, we don't, it's not a thing.
But they eat a lot of beans and cornbread up here, and what else did you grow up on?
I mean, you know, all your vegetables and stuff like that. Just like the tomatoes, tomato pie is more specific to that part. This hash, you know, there's a town that's I don't know, I grew up 8 miles from where I grew up, and on 4th of July they always made a hash, and it was really good, but it was just very different texture and not as much ketchup. It's, like I said, it's more like a Brunswick stew or chicken stew.
Yeah.
The meat is more shredded. It's good. It's very good. It's just different styles.
It's not as good, y'all. Y'all try this one.
Yeah, well, I am very much more. I enjoyed this one more than that one.
Yes. Yep. So it's a hit, y'all. Go try it.
Oh yeah, it's good. Absolutely.
It's good. It's good. Thank y'all so much for watching and subscriing.
Hit that thumb.
Hit that thumbs up and share. Sharing helps as well.
Yeah, she's sharing.
Sharing is caring.
Putting them out. We're gonna keep on doing. You know, people need to know this stuff. It took me a long time to convince her to share. But people need to know. They need to know these good recipes and all these tips and stuff. You know,
just how to feed your family.
She was with a mom or family that cooks the way they do. So I mean, sharing it is It's a big thing.
It really is. It really
there's
is.
a lot of people that will appreciate learning how to cook this way.
Anyway, till next time, y'all.